Andaya, his success is not a product of his intelligence, but rather an output of his willingness to just do it. So Dustin, welcome to the show called Self-Made.
Oh, thank you.
We want to hear your story. So can you start with your childhood?
I grew up here in the Philippines. I have a single father, and then my father's a serial businessman. He's a rags to riches guy. I think when he went to Manila, I think he took care of dogs or something, and then a jeep, and then a conductor sa jeep, and then he became a salesman. Me naman, I started my first business. I was 12.
12 years old?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what business?
We had a mobile sound for parties. So we did well for like a year until basically parang nanakawan kami. Since then, I've been very conscientious about losing money. So I always make sure I don't I don't lose anything, because I know at an early age I know how it feels like.
So you're really a businessman mindset, right? So who really inspired you?
It's really my dad.
What made you start the Alan Rose business?
I did okay as an employee here. I was able to pay for my master's degree. I went to England, and then I studied there.
Let me ask that. You went to England to pursue your master's degree?
Yeah, my master's degree. Because I was an employee.
You paid?
Yeah, I did.
How you did that?
I have a habit of saving what I have. So I saved up. Like I said, I was an employee that time. So first and foremost in my mind was doing further education. Anyway, when I was there, I did a paper about a small business that you can convert into an online business. Of course, I was cramming, so I didn't have anything. I was not able to do the proper research. So I called my brother here, who worked for our farm. So I told him, send over all the details of the company, and I'll make a paper about it. That paper, of course, like I said, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to be because it was crammed. No? But it gave me the idea that I could turn that small business into an online business. But the thing is, of course, they're old and the internet was new. It was 1999. So instead of explaining, I just put up whatever money I had left to build it, the website and organize the business the way I wanted it. And then I started it, just me, in a table with a computer, selling online.
So do you believe in education?
Oh yeah, very much. The other type of education is traveling. When you study in a different place, when you're exposed to a different place, then you get exposed to different ideas. So that's why when I came here, it was weird for me to start an online business. But where I came from, it wasn't. That's what everyone was talking about. And because of that exposure, I was able to be more open-minded about these things.
So what's your biggest advice then to the millennials?
Instead of fury, always practice making decisions. Because even if it's a bad decision, you learn from it. If it's a good decision, then good. so you always practice that, making decisions. Fail as much as you can so that you can succeed. And then another thing that I always tell everyone in our company is, complaining is not something you're supposed to be doing. You should always be moving.
So what do you think with young generations, especially the millennials? How can they start their own business, being entrepreneur?
You have to go out and then talk to people, because if you're not talking to people, then you won't understand the pulse, what they need, what they want. You can probably do that online, but it's different. If you know how to talk to people and you know how to negotiate with people, because even if you stay online, you're gonna have to talk to someone at some point. You're gonna have to, and knowing how people work, what's in their mind, is very important. And you can't really learn that sitting behind a computer.
How you face failure?
I don't really give it too much attention because I don't want to dwell on it. But like I said, if you do something, as long as you do something, it doesn't matter if you succeed or you fail. If you succeed, good. If you fail, you learn.
Yes.
So if I have 10 failures, that means I learned 10 times. That's called experience. So once you gather enough experience, you make the correct decisions. So it doesn't matter, as long as you do something, you succeed, good. If you fail, you learn. Just don't make your failures big enough
Yeah.
to bury you under the ground.
Yeah. So do you consider yourself successful now?
Well, yes and no. I think I'm successful because I'm happy and I have my time. I can do stuff. But there's so much other guys out there that's so much better. I can't even say that I'm at equal with them.
So what's your dream for Philippines?
There's that argument. Some people say we can't move on because things happened in the past, and then some people say move on. Me, I don't listen to both. I think both are wrong. I think what we have to do is move forward. Moving forward means remembering, but keeping the future in mind.
How proud are you as a Filipino?
Well, I'm very proud. Yeah, I'm very proud. Actually, when I'm outside, then I start talking about the Philippines. That's what gets me clients, right? Because they say, oh, it might be good to do business in your country, and then I bring them here, and then I show them around. I'm very proud of it. I always think that whoever country I speak to, the Philippines is the solution to all their problems. Whether they're going to manufacture or they're going to outsource work, I always tell them it's more fun in the Philippines. So you're not only working; it's just a great place to be in. And I think in most cases, I think every one of the people I work with agree.
Okay, last question.
Yeah.
What is being the best of you?
What do you mean?
How can you explain being the best of you as a person?
I think being at peace with yourself is very important. Of course, it sounds a bit hippie, but it's very important because you cannot make clear decisions if your mind is not clear. If you're thinking about some anger somewhere or something, it's very hard to make the right decision because you tend to be biased. But if you're at peace and you're confident and then you have better decision-making capability. And like I said, if you move forward, not forgetting what happened in the past, then you let your experience work for you, and you let positivity carry you forward.
What do you think how Philippines become a first world country?
I think once we all agree that we have to move forward, it's really the only way to progress as a country. If we all think of our country before, small little interests here and there. Sometimes we think that it should be perfect, but the point is, nothing is perfect. So accepting the reality of it and then just moving. But it's mostly the attitude of the people that they said, okay, from now we're going to work, and then we're going to move forward.
Oh, beautiful. Dustin, thank you very much. Every success has its struggles. Every dream has its trials and tests. Listen to their stories, because if they did it, you can also be called self-made.